I'm Marissa Liable, and this is my informative speech. This is my audience. Think about where you were at on April 26th of 1986. I was not born at this time, but the event that happened on this day will forever change how people think about nuclear power. The event that I'm talking about is the explosion at Chernobyl. Chernobyl was located in Ukraine, pretty close to the country of Belarus. On the night of April 26th, between 1 a.m. and 2 a.m., the people at the nuclear power plant were going to have an emergency shutdown to make sure that their generators would be able to come online and pump enough water into the core to cool the core reactor. This did not go as planned. At approximately 1:30 in the morning, there was an explosion in the reactor, caused due to too much steam buildup, and it caused the nuclear reactor to get too hot and explode. The explosion caused the entire building to get destroyed. It completely took the entire roof off, and it spread granite material within the 19-mile exclusion zone. It immediately killed 6 people, and within 6 hours 31 people were dead just from radiation poisoning. There was also a second explosion. From these explosions, tons of radioactive material were sent into the air. The nearby town of Pripyat was the closest town nearest to the nuclear power plant, and they got 80% of the fallout, and the neighboring country of Belarus got 60% of the fallout. To this day of 2008, 64 deaths have been reported, with thousands of people claiming that they have been poisoned with cancer from the radiation. After the explosion, there was a fire in the reactor, and the fire was not put out until May 10th of 1986. And they did not even cover up the reactor until December of 1986, when they built a concrete sarcophagus. This event was so major that it even set off radiation alarms in Sweden at another nuclear power plant. The nearby town of Pripyat was not even notified for 2 more days after this event, and it was a simple notification over the radio that said that there had been an accident at the nuclear power plant. Later, they were told to evacuate for just a few days. These few days ended up being more than 25 years. The town is still untouched to this day, and many people left everything behind. There is still the 19-mile radius that is uninhabited to this day. It is the exclusion zone that nobody can go to. But they have concluded that there is no further risk from this power plant, and it has been decommissioned. So what happened at this nuclear power plant will forever change what people think about with nuclear power. It has caused many anti-nuclear power demonstrations, and has caused people, when they design nuclear power plants, to really think about how they design them, because there was a major design flaw at Chernobyl, and they did not have meters in their core reactor to sense how much heat was in them and how close it was to being a meltdown. Something to really think about is that the explosion at Chernobyl released 400 times more radioactive material than the Hiroshima atomic bomb dropped. On April 26th, when the explosion at Chernobyl happened, they were just a few days out from their May Day parade, and they had all the carnival rides set up, and to this day they are still standing there. It is the iconic Ferris wheel that has never moved, never been touched, and is still left there for their parade. This is a school schoolhouse that is still left there. All the books are still left, all the desks are still left. It is still untouched to this day. Nothing has changed in this town, all the buildings are still there. This is a pig that was deformed due to the radioactive material. A lot of animals in that town have been destroyed like that. And then this is a picture of the Chernobyl reactor number 4 with the roof completely blown off and all the damage to it. And then this is the town of Pripyat. It was built specifically for the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. There's also a lot of movies that have been made about Chernobyl, ones that do strike fear in people. The movie Chernobyl Diaries was made in 2012. It is a fictional movie, but it is definitely something that will strike fear in people who want to visit Chernobyl. There was also a documentary on the Discovery Channel that was a series called The 0 Hour that was made in 2004. And the very first episode was about the Chernobyl Diaries, and they have dramatic reenactions of what happened. And I enjoyed watching that. And there's a lot of information on the internet. So thank you.